I know it's pretty late, but I'm bored, so I thought why not do a live? I'll see if anyone joins tonight. Yes, I'm doing a live from my bed, and I don't care because I'm too lazy to go into the living room. And I should be sleeping right now, but I'm not, so just thought I'd come on here and kind of share um, some things that have been helping me get through the grief process, and also things that have been helping me stay sober along the way. So I'll see if anyone joins. I know this is a weird time to do a live, but we'll see if anyone comes in. Got one person. Hello, whoever you are. So yeah, I was just gonna come on here and kind of talk about some things that have been helping me get through the grieving process of losing my boyfriend in October of last year, and just some of the things that have helped me stay sober and continue to be in recovery, and some of the opportunities that might be there for me in the future. Um, One big thing, if you guys have watched my channel, is eating healthy and just maintaining a good weight. Um, I know some people, are trying to lose weight or trying to gain weight. And that's a really, really hard thing for some people. And for me, it's really hard. I've always struggled with gaining weight. So for me, the whole grieving process, I've struggled to have a balanced eating schedule. But this past month, I was like feeling really motivated and just like, I'm gonna start eating healthy. And I was eating a lot of junk food and snacks and just stuff that isn't good for my body, and it's not giving me the energy that I need. So I was like, I'm gonna actually try to change things and like switch up my diet. So I bought a bunch of fruit and um, like lettuce and vegetables and just healthy alternatives to just goldfish or whatever else I was eating. Um, so that's like one thing that has really helped me like stay on track and kind of motivate me to continue growing as a person, is just by eating better. And I've already seen a big difference from changing what I've been eating. Like from making smoothies in the morning, that's really helped just get that energy in the morning to feel motivated to get stuff done. And just have the energy to get through the day. It's just helped a lot. Um, BM says hello from Alaska. Hi, how's it going? What time is it in Alaska? I feel like it's like morning time there. Um, Clover says, "Have a great day or night, ma'am. God bless you." Thank you. Yeah, have a good night. Um, Another big thing for me, that was really hard during the whole grieving process was my sleep. Um, I was either not getting enough sleep or I was sleeping too much. that's still a struggle for me, just because I don't really have a structured schedule right now because I'm not working and I'm done with school. So um, it's been a little difficult to get a good sleep schedule going, but I'd say it's it's okay right now. I'm sleeping in pretty late. But once I start work in a couple weeks, I think that will all improve a lot. So definitely getting enough sleep and just getting the rest you need to be able to, do whatever you need to do the next day, and just for energy, just like how nutrition plays a role in the energy that we have. Um, Another thing that has really helped me stay sober and just, you know, continue to stay strong in my recovery, um, has just been to, you know, recognize my triggers and um, what might set them off, or like if it's like a certain person that I hang out with, or if it's a place that triggers me, or um, and triggers haven't really been a huge issue for me in my recovery. I feel like I've just been pretty strong about not using. But I know for some people that triggers are real, and you know, it's harder for other people, like, um, for them to say no to something. And for me, I find it pretty easy to say no. And I've been in many situations in my recovery where I've been around people that were using, and I did have the strength to say no, thankfully. I'm grateful for that. Um, but yeah, so just like a huge thing is being aware of what your triggers are and learning how to cope with those triggers, and, not putting yourself in those situations where you are going to feel triggered or um, feel the urge to use. Um, BM 7:32 p.m. It's still sun shining outside. Okay. I don't know why I thought it was like morning time there. It's 10:36 where I'm at in Minnesota. And congrats on 6 months. That's awesome. It's the longest I've been clean for the last 20 years. That's super awesome. Yeah, keep going, and whatever you're doing, just keep doing it because it's obviously working. And um, yeah, just stay strong. And the stuff that's out there right now is just crazy, and it's not worth it to mess around with. Um, Sredny Stog says, "What was your DOC?" Um, it's in the beginning of my addiction. It was benzos. So Xanax, Klonopin, Ativan. What's the other one? Valium. Any of them. I love to take them and not remember what happened. I don't know why. I found joy in not remembering what I did. Like, it sounds crazy to me, thinking about it now, but that's what I like to do, and it's very weird to think about now that I'm sober. And then I had a period of 3 years where I had stayed sober, and then had a big relapse and started to use GHB heavily, and meth. So I'd say GHB was my main drug of choice from my last relapse. And that stuff was just terrible. Sredny Stog says, "You look like you're from Minnesota." Thank you. I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but I don't know if Minnesotans have a distinct look, but I don't know. BM says, "I agree. The drugs are very strong nowadays." Yeah, they are, and you really don't know what you're getting. I know a few people just from around the area that I live that um they thought they were taking something and it ended up being laced with fentanyl, and sadly they passed away. And I think that's the case for a lot of people, especially really young people that, I've seen. There's this person on Facebook who makes reels about people that have passed away from fentanyl. And most of them are like under 18, which is just crazy to me because that's just way too young to go. BM says pure fentanyl powder and meth for me. Okay. Yeah, I'm really glad that you're sober because you probably don't want to mess around with fentanyl anymore. It's just that's what my boyfriend overdosed on and passed away from. So yeah, do whatever you can do to not use anymore, because you never know when it's gonna take your life. It's just super scary. Elle says, "Well, people from Minnesota are nice." I'd like to think that we are. I try to be as nice as I can. Scandinavian looking. Yeah, I don't think I'm Scandinavian. I think I am German and got a little bit of Irish and something else. I don't know. I've never gotten one of those, what are they called? Ancestry things. I've never looked into that, so I don't know what I am. How are you doing, Leah? Just popped on. I'm doing better. I had a rough couple days. It's always on those, like, the 3 months mark, the 4 months mark, the 5 months, like, of my boyfriend passing. Those days are always really, really hard for me. So it's like once the days kind of get closer to that time of the month, it's like really hard for me and I get really emotional. But overall, I do think that things have gotten better. I still feel like there's a huge part of me that's missing, and I always feel like I'll feel that way. But I think I'm handling it pretty well and just being as strong as I can be. And, continuing with my sobriety and just trying to be out there to help other people who are struggling with addiction. And I just feel like that is a purpose of mine, is to help people that are still struggling with addiction. So that's really helped me. Elle says, "I know the first time I took a random pill from someone, I was 12. If I was young in this day and age, I would have been dead. Yeah, like I was saying, those videos of, you know, 15, 16, 17-year olds all dying because they took a, you know, like a Percocet that was laced with fentanyl, and, you know, they might not even know what fentanyl is, and they just take it because everyone else is, and then that's it. And it's just really sad. Um, Legend in the Flesh says you only need to look around to see that you don't want to go down that road again. Stay strong and sober, young lady. Remove yourself from your entire crowd. Start fresh. Yeah, definitely. Um, I think for me, that was like one of the biggest things for me to get sober was changing who I hang out with and surrounding myself with people who have the same morals, and, you know, they have goals and they want to overall do, you know, good and do the best for themselves. And um yeah, so just surrounding yourself with people that are a positive influence on yourself, because if you're hanging out with people that just bring you down, you're going to go down with them, and it's not going to be good. And it's going to make it a whole lot harder for you to stay sober. Um, Another thing for me, which has been really hard to get back into, me and Lucas, we used to work out, not a whole lot, but it was more than I've worked out in a long time. And I had a lot of fun doing it. And it's been super, super hard to have that motivation to be like, okay, I'm gonna go exercise. Like, my apartment has a gym, and I've lived here for almost 4 years, and I've probably used it like 15 times. So it feels really good to like have the motivation to actually, you know, get out of my apartment and get into the gym. Even if I, you know, just stretch or do a 20-minute workout, like, it's better than nothing. And that's been huge for me. I've made it to the gym like, I don't know, like maybe 4 times in the past 2 weeks, um, which I never thought that I'd be able to do after everything has happened. Um, just because I, you know, didn't have that motivation. And after doing it a couple times, I'm like, wow, this really feels good. And um, it just makes me want more of that because it is a good feeling. And um, it's just like there's a lot more to sobriety that I think people don't see when they're first in recovery or first getting sober. Is that there's, you know, so many other like good feelings that come from um, eating good, getting enough sleep, having a daily routine, setting goals, getting exercise, you know, getting outside. There's so many other things that can bring you joy, and you don't have to rely on a drug to bring you not happiness, but to have like a good feeling. Like, there's other ways to achieve that in sobriety. Um, BM says, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's been a really, really hard 5 months. It's been extremely tough, but I'm making it through day by day. Some days are a lot harder than others, but um, I'm just trying to stay strong and fill my days with positive things and surround myself with positive people and just continue becoming a better person and reaching my next goal and setting bigger goals. And yeah. um PM says I OD'd last year. 3 Narcans barely brought me back. A close friend breathed for me for over 5 to 6 minutes. Wow, that is crazy. I'm really glad that you're still here today. That's crazy. Um, Elle says the cost of experimentation shouldn't be death. Yeah, exactly. I totally agree. It's just, it's really sad. I had to leave my hometown to get clean. It's still incredibly triggering to go there, even passing through, even with almost 6 years clean on subs. Yeah, like I was saying, like the triggers, like I was saying, like I don't really necessarily get triggers that often. Um, but I could see that being a big trigger, like, being in your hometown where um, had friends that you used with, or, family that wasn't supportive or something, just for example. I could see how that would be really hard. And sometimes it does take moving to a different location to get clean. And I actually did that. I went to treatment in Florida for 2 months. And it was really nice just to get away and be in a different state. And it did help me. Unfortunately, I didn't stay sober after that. Um, but I think for some people, um, changing the environment or moving somewhere else has helped them get clean at least. BM says I am on 5th Sublocade injection, life changing. Yeah, my boyfriend Lucas was always talking, or not always, but he had mentioned it a couple times that he wanted to get on Sublocade, but there was some sort of insurance issue, so he wasn't able to do that, unfortunately. But I feel like that would have really helped him. BM says definitely having a hobby or something to replace the rituals of using has been immensely helpful for me. Yeah, definitely. For me, going through the grieving process, it's been really hard to, want to continue to do any hobbies that I used to like or enjoy, when Lucas was still here. But slowly, I feel like I'm kind of picking things back up. Um, and I didn't really have a whole lot of hobbies to begin with, but I definitely think like having things to turn to when you're, bored, or want to get out of the house and do something. Like, I've talked about this in past lives, but pickleball has been something that I've really wanted to get into, and just have it be like a hobby. But Minnesota, it's cold for like 7 months of the year, so it's hard to do that. Um, but that's something that I really want to get into. I have been into exercising lately, and I'd like to really have a routine out of that someday. Um, and yeah, just some like arts and crafty stuff I've kind of gotten back into. I've been doing some coloring, just little things here and there that do help you, especially in times where you're like overthinking and just stuck in your head. Sometimes those things can help you get those thoughts out of your mind. But yeah, definitely having lots of hobbies and even self-care. That's been a huge thing for me too. Um, I've been really into this. I don't know the name of it. I use one of these every night when I'm in bed. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but it's a gua sha. But you like rub it on your face, and it's supposed to just help the blood flow and um, also reduce like puffiness in the face, and it just feels good. So I like to do that as part of my self-care routine, and it just, I don't know, it just makes me feel like I'm doing something good for my body. And I think that's really important in recovery, is having doing self-care for yourself. Um, and yoga was another thing that really helped me. So I'm still trying to get back into that. I am doing hand therapy right now from breaking my wrist uh, about a year and a half ago. So it's really hard for me to do some of the yoga poses, but I'm hoping that this hand therapy will help me so I can get back into that, because that was something that I really enjoyed and would like to have in my daily routine. Um, CH, hey Leah and chat. Hi, long time no see. I think you're one of my only moderators. I think I had a couple, but I don't really do lives anymore. It's been a while. Elle says, I remember Luke talking about Sublocade 2 in videos. He gave a lot of good info. Yeah, I do remember him talking about it, but there was something about his insurance that was holding him back from getting it prescribed to him, or not, maybe not prescribed, but from getting the injections. So I just think that he couldn't afford it without insurance covering it, which is unfortunate. I think that should be something that would be covered by insurance. And maybe someday it will, but for now, as far as I know, I don't think it's covered by insurance. BM says they are expensive injections for sure. Yeah, that's what I thought. Elle says, I definitely need to keep busy. Luckily, I'm super busy in school. The idea of free time with my son at school scares me. I need responsibilities to ground me. Yeah. That's a huge thing for me, is like just every morning when I wake up, I try to make a to-do list. Even if it's like small, simple things, it's very rewarding to like check each of those things off on your list as you go through your day. Even if it's, cleaning the bathroom or doing a load of laundry or going out for a walk or, making a phone call that you need to take care of, or, just simple things. Sometimes it's nice to just make a list of everything you need to get done and just prioritize everything. That's really been helpful for me. And yeah, just to feel like I'm getting things done, and especially with school, like, um, gotta stay busy, and school is definitely a big priority. I'm actually starting school again in May, so I'm gonna be really, really busy doing that, and I have decided to go to the LADC program, which, for those of you who don't know, that is a licensed alcohol and drug counselor. So I start my classes in May for that, and it is a 4-year program. So, 4 years is very intimidating to me, but I think I can get through it. And I think I need like a goal like this to continue to help me get through, this grieving process. Um, it's when I start to like feel like I have no purpose, or I have nothing going for me, or, I just don't want to settle for less. So I just, want to keep going and continuing my education and becoming a better person and learning new things. So I think continuing my education is huge, and I think that it will just really help me continue to help people in recovery or that want to get sober, whether that be in an inpatient setting or an outpatient setting. Just, after losing my best friend to fentanyl, it just makes me want to help people more than ever, because I don't want anyone to have to go through what I went through. And I, yeah, I have a really good feeling about this, and I think that I'm going to be really happy once I'm done with this program. BM says, self-care has also been a big focus of mine over the last couple months. I've had health problems I didn't know of because I was oblivious to the signs before. Yeah, self-care is a really good thing to, have in your routine. Even if it's the goo sha thing, like I was talking about, or even just like journaling, that can be really helpful. Whatever it may be, it's all, a personal preference, what you like, and also trying different things, because, you know, self-care is fun. Elle says, I want to try that. Gusha is satisfying to watch. You should definitely go buy one. I got mine at Target, and I think it was like $7, so it's pretty cheap. It does feel really good. I do it every night. Like, this is one of the only things that I'm like, I have to do this every day. I don't know why. CH also has the Gusha. Nice. So, I hope that there's some good benefits to using it. I've only been doing it for I want to say 3 weeks. But I do feel like, my face is less, I don't know. I've also been tanning, so I don't know if that's why my skin looks better, but also I've liked yoga too. I've watched Yoga with Adriene on YouTube. Yeah, she's really, really good. I've watched her for years, and she's got a lot of really good videos. I really like her her nighttime yoga ones where you just kind of unwind and relax. And then I also like her morning ones where you know, stretch and just get ready for the day. Like those, I don't know, those videos have always really helped me. EM says Medicaid covers it. I only pay a copay for now. Okay. Yeah, maybe it just depends on state to state, because I know Lucas had Medicaid as well. Maybe he just didn't look into it enough, but yeah. Motor Oil says, what is this channel? Um, my channel is called Life with Leah and Rue. I'm just talking about recovery and how I'm going through my grieving process and what's helped me. Yeah, I don't know. My channel is kind of random, so I'll post stuff about traveling or a lot of sad stuff, and I don't like that that's what my whole channel seems to be about. But like that's a big part of my story now is going through this. So I'm hoping that as the months go by, there will be less of that. But I also like don't want the memory of my boyfriend to be forgotten. So that's kind of why I post these videos. And for you guys also to see like that he was happy and that he and I shared so many good memories, and I don't know, I just like to share them with you guys. So yeah, my channel's just random. I mostly make shorts. I haven't really had motivation to make many videos. Although I'm going to Mexico in a week, so I might do like a vlog while I'm there. Depending on how much motivation I have to do it, honestly. It just all depends. But I think it'd be cool to document my vacation because I'm going to go see Lucas's mom, so that's going to be really, really exciting to see her. Elle says, that's awesome, Leah. You got it. Thank you. Yeah, I've been kind of debating on like if it's something that I'd be good at or if it's something that I can even do, or I don't know. My biggest fear is like getting up in front of a group and talking. And I know that that's, a big part about being a counselor is being able to run groups. So I think I need to get over that fear, and I think that will really help me grow as a person and to have a lot more confidence in myself. So I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be really, really good for me. So I think I'll do fine. A year ago me would be like, no, there's no way I can do this, but I feel like it's something that I have to do and I really, really want to do. So I'm gonna go for it. BM says, good for you, Leah. I wish I can go back to school. 39 with 3 kids and 1 on the way. That's not a realistic idea for me. Yeah, definitely. I don't have any kids, so I could see how that would be really hard. But I think you could still go back. I mean, it would be hard to work around with the kids though, but it's definitely doable. All my classes are online, which is going to be awesome. I won't have to drive on campus or anything like that. So it's doable, but you gotta have the dedication and there's gonna be sacrifice, but I think you could do it if you set your mind to it. CH said, that's awesome, Leah. You got this. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I know I doubt myself a lot, but that was another thing that I've been working on is the negative self-talk, which I still do. And it's hard not to, because we try so hard to be perfect, and that's not how it works. No one's perfect, and I can try and perfect myself as much as I try, but it will never be perfect. And so I just try to not negative self talk and just try to, um, think about the things that I do have and be grateful for the accomplishments that I've made and how far I've come, because I've made it so far and I don't want to go back. And yeah. Um, Elle says it's never too late to go back to school. There's people in their 50s in nursing school with me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think school is definitely doable no matter what age, honestly. I remember when I went to graphic design school, there were people in their 40s, maybe even 50s. I don't know their exact age, but and they were, just figuring out what they wanted to do for a career. So I don't think it's ever too late. Um, oops. I'm kind of taking coding courses online, app-based type learning. That sounds fun. That'd be something cool to get into. You are very pretty. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Elle says, I'm glad you keep sharing. It will help so many people that go through this in the future. Yeah, every time I do a live, I'm like, oh, should I do it or should I not do it? And after I do it, I just feel good just to, talk about where I'm at and share that with you guys. And hopefully, some people can take something away from what I'm saying in these lives. I don't know if it does or not, but that's kind of my goal, is to share my strength and hope with you guys, to share that recovery is worth it, and anyone can do it. Anyone can get sober. Just got to put your mind to it and you'll do good. Elle says, I was really scared of public speaking before my program. You'll get more comfortable. Also, I take propranolol sometimes before public speaking to keep heart rate low. Yeah, I actually got prescribed that for when I had to do presentations. It's funny you say that. But I never took it because I don't know why I didn't take it. I should have tried. I was like, oh, this isn't gonna work, and I ended up dropping out of school because of this one presentation we had to do, and yeah, it was dumb, but that's fine. I'm glad I didn't go through with graphic design school. BM says, if there is such a thing as a perfect person, I honestly don't think I'd want to be one. Can you imagine what that would be like? Can't be any fun. Yeah, no. I gotta remind myself sometimes that not everything has to be perfect, because I try so hard to, keep my apartment and my space perfect and neat and tidy, and it's just like, it doesn't always have to be perfect, and I need to remind myself that sometimes. So thanks for mentioning that, because not everything has to be perfect. It's fine if, there's a couple dishes in the sink, or, the laundry's not done, or simple things like that. And, you know, just being okay, like, it can be done at a different time, doesn't need to be done right now. And yeah, I think I have OCD about some things. Like, it's got to be clean. I'm a very, very organized person. and I don't like clutter. So I think that's the reason why I'm just like, everything's got to be so clean. It does help, actually. I take it before exams sometimes too. I should definitely try. I don't think I have it anymore, but I could definitely mention it to my doctor as a PRN. Just because I am tapering off of my Klonopin right now, so that would be, I think that would be nice, because I do have an exam coming up that I'm pretty nervous for, but I just gotta study. Doesn't help with mental health, anxiety at all though, but if you block the physical, you can still think clearly. Yeah, for me, a lot of my anxiety, I feel like, comes from my heart rate, because it's always so high. So I think that would definitely help if I had something to lower my heart rate, because I think the anxiety comes, like, when your heart is beating so fast, it's like, okay, like, what? It just gives you more and more anxiety, and then it just kind of keeps building up. I should talk to my doctor about that. Sometimes I have dishes in the sink for like 4 days because of school. It's okay, this type of stuff ebbs and flows. Yeah. I'm just weird about it. I'm like, I gotta clean it right now. But there are some days where I've got like a pile of stuff and I'm just like, I'm not gonna do anything today. Which is fine. Like, it's fine to have those days. Shaheen says, are you excited for graduation and are you going to walk? Yeah, I'm super excited for graduation. 2 weeks ago, or maybe it was 3, I had like a bridging ceremony, and we just got our certificates, not our official diploma, but just a certificate from the school saying that we completed the program. And we did a little like ceremony and had these like little fake candles that we held up and then lit them all at the same time, and it was kind of cool. And yes, I am going to walk in graduation. Or I'm going to walk at the graduation ceremony in April. So the end of April, I will be going down, what do you call it, the aisle? I don't know if it's an aisle or, it's been a long time since I graduated high school, so I can't remember exactly how it works. But yeah, I'm really excited. It's a huge accomplishment for me, even though it's not necessarily like what I am truly passionate about or want to do long term. I think it's fine for right now. And it will just kind of keep me on my feet and keep me busy while I'm starting school again. So I think it'll be good. I think I got a good plan ahead of me. Elle says it sucks that it can be so hard to treat ourselves with the same kindness we do everyone else. For real, it is. It's like I'm always so hard on myself, and like I put myself down a lot, like the negative self-talk. And yeah, it's really hard. And then, I go and talk to my friends and I'm like just giving them tons of like, talking, I don't even know how to explain it, but like just being so positive around my friends and sometimes pretending that everything's okay when it's not okay, and it's like, how come I can't treat myself the way that I treat, my friends? It's confusing, but yeah, no, I totally get what you mean. Shaheen says, "That's so slay. Frame it." Yeah, I probably should. I should frame it. It took a lot of time and dedication to get through that schooling, so I definitely should be framing that thing because I'm proud of myself for that. Um, can't wait to see the pics. It's a great accomplishment. Yeah, I'll definitely share some pictures. My family's gonna be there, so hopefully they'll take some pictures of me, but we'll see. Uh, hopefully I'm not too awkward in the pictures. I'm not a huge picture person, but I think that's all part of the graduation ceremony. You gotta get your picture taken. Um, BM says, "Nice chat, Leah. Keep it up. I look forward to chatting more in future lives if you do them." Yeah, definitely. Thanks for joining the live tonight. I didn't really think many people would come on tonight since it's kind of late. But yeah, definitely. I might do a live when I'm in Mexico. We'll see. I can kind of show you guys the resort I'm staying at and show you the beach and all that fun stuff. And you guys can join me on my little vacation that I go on. And I'm so excited. I've been counting down the days forever. I definitely need this vacation and just to spend some time with Lucas's mom, I think will be really, really good. Also, we gotta try and sprinkle in a little positive self-talk in there, and maybe it will stick. Yeah, definitely. It's hard to do, but it's something that needs to happen just to make the days a little bit easier and just, yeah. I need to put that on my to-do list. Positive self-talk. And I also have like these little I made them like years ago. These like positive affirmations, like just like little cheesy things like you are worth it or you're beautiful or you're smart and intelligent. Just stuff like that. That's helped me. I stick them on the mirror and it's just kind of a daily reminder. Elsa's I'm awkward in photos too. They made us take headshots for the slideshow during the ceremony. Oh gosh. I'm cringing thinking about that. Yeah, I hope they don't make us do that because I don't want to do that. That sounds terrible. BM says you popped up random for sure, but I'm very glad you did. Yeah, I'm glad you found my channel. That's awesome. I didn't know it just randomly popped up. I thought you had to be like subscribed to a channel to see their lives, but I don't know. I'm still learning how this all works. Elle says that sounds amazing and healing, Leah. I used to have a sticker on my mirror that said you look fine, and that even helped. Yeah, it does. You'd be surprised, like the smallest little things, they do make a difference, and just reminding yourself that you're worth it and you can do hard things and you can do what you set your mind to. Just having that mindset helps you to feel like you're capable of accomplishing goals that you might not think that you're able to do. Which is kind of where I'm at. I'm like, can I do this? Am I gonna be able to reach my next goal? But the truth is, I think I can, and I got to keep telling myself that. Otherwise, it's just not gonna work out. So, but thank you everyone for watching tonight or chatting with me tonight. I am probably gonna get off and get some sleep. I'm gonna wake up early in the morning to go to an Easter church service with my sister and my brother, and do some family stuff tomorrow. So I want to get a good night's sleep. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. and stay sober. And if you're struggling, reach out to someone, please. And yeah, stay safe, guys. Bye.